you threw a pillow, right? And there are people out there that's acting like Ja stood on business. He's having a pillow fight at 50. Fighting on a plane in the United States of America leads to severe, immediate, and long-term consequences, including federal prosecution, massive fines, and permanent bans from flying. Nobody wants to take a Fed chance over Jeffrey, whose career has been over for 25 years almost. Where were all you Ja Rule supporters for Fyre Fest? That's my question. See, Tony Yayo, he's taking a first class flight to Atlantis, right? To eat pulled unicorn tacos and mermaid caviar, right? I even heard he had a fucking Loch Ness Monster burger in Atlantis after he got off the flight. And Ja Rule got kicked off and had to fucking fly Frontier home.
Yo, I'm like, yo, chill, cause he's being the police. It's murder!
It's what we call, y'all, a PC move. That's what Ja Rule did, a PC move. What is a PC move? It's a move to make it look like you're being aggressive, but it's actually to draw attention so the authorities will get involved and quell the situation before it escalates, right? PC move. That was a very articulate definition of a PC move, right? It comes from jail when people will act out so the correctional officers will come and take people into protective custody, protect them from a situation, but make it look like they were the aggressors. Classic PC move. All right, man, it's your brother GRLA Hebrew. I'm back, and yeah, it went down. It went down on a plane Super Bowl weekend. Now listen, anybody knows me knows I'm a gigantic G-Unit fan. I used to like Ja Rule, you know, and then Wexter came out, and you know, Tony Yayo called in from Rikers Island on a mixtape and did a freestyle and said that Ja Rule never saw crack, he was a Jehovah's Witness. And from that moment, it made Ja Rule invalid in my 12-year-old mind. And I never listened to him again, other than his song with Bobby Brown, Thug Lovin'. I'll always listen to that. And maybe, what's that shit? Him, Jay-Z, and Emil, Can I Get a Fuck You? For sure. That was one of my favorite verses when I was a kid. And one of the first verses I knew top to bottom. So, yeah, them, yeah, okay, I'll give him those two. But the rest of his whole catalog, fuck him. That's how I felt, right? Still feel that way, ain't changed. But I'm just letting y'all understand. I know I am the GRLA Hebrew. You know, 50 Cent, that's G-Unit, that's GRLA Unit. That plays a part in, you know, my love of gorillas, both the animal and guerrilla style warfare. It goes much deeper than that, but that's a component, that's a contributor for sure. So just to give y'all my background and how much I'm a bit of a G-Unit stan, I'll be honest. So to see essentially Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda of G-Unit rage bait Ja Rule in first class, out of first class, off the goddamn plane, and into a viral moment. Hilarious. Let's take a look.
Trying to get to your seat, buckle up, maybe watch a little Netflix, and you turn around in this Ja Rule, Tony Yayo, and Uncle Murda reenacting the early 2000s at 30,000 feet. This was not a versus, this was a Delta Airlines rap edition. So it's the wrap-up of the Super Bowl weekend vibes. Ja Rule boards a plane from San Francisco to New York. Regular day, right? Wrong. Already on the plane, Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda. Phones out, content mode activated. And the moment Ja realizes who's on the flight, nah, it's up.
Suck ass Ja Rule on the plane. Suck ass up.
Ja stands up in the aisle on the plane and starts going off. We talking insults, yelling, pointing.
This shit gets under Ja Rule's skin so much. And you know it gets under Ja Rule's skin so much because it took such a detrimental toll on his life and career. This whole back and forth with Murder Inc. and G-Unit. So them trolling him, he was in his, what he should have done was just literally laugh it off. Ah, you suck at, fuck you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. They could have trolled back and forth the whole time. We're on a plane, bro. Nobody wants to get put on the no-fly list. Nobody wants to be convicted of a federal offense because I believe fighting nigga on a plane, I think the feds get involved for shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody wants to not be able to fly around the way the fuck they want. These niggas Traveling is a part of their livelihoods. It's what they do for a living. Get on planes, go to different cities, do shows, do appearances, do events, etc. Everybody knows that. So we just gonna go back and forth and troll each other this whole thing. If Ja was smart, he would have pulled his phone out and been talking his shit too. His platform would have went up. Yayo and Murda platform go up. Everybody's gonna cover it. It's gonna be in all the blogs. It's up. But he's so bothered because of how detrimental this shit has been that he can't even keep himself composed. Let's keep going.
In the whole nine. Passengers like, is this a movie? Bro, I just paid $800 for this seat, and it gets even crazier because Ja Rule, a grown man, picks up a pillow and throws it. A pillow.
It's murder. We're throwing pillows. It's murder. What? Murder ain't pillows. Irv Gotti rolling in his grave right now. Pillows, my nigga. You threw a pillow, right? And there are people out there that's acting like Ja stood on business. He's having a pillow fight at 50. A pillow fight. He'll be 50 in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He's having a pillow fight at 50. Right? This nigga damn near 50. You at 50 years old, threw a pillow fight at another 50-year-old in first class. Right? Come on, fool. I don't even got no words for that bullshit. Let's go.
Not a punch, not a slap, a Delta Airlines complimentary pillow.
It's the pillow Ja Rule threw at so fast.
This way he was sitting before we got him out of here.
It's where he was sitting. See, Tony Yayo, he's taking a first class flight to Atlantis, right? To eat pulled unicorn tacos and mermaid caviar, right? I even heard he had a fucking Loch Ness Monster burger in Atlantis after he got off the flight. And Ja Rule got kicked off and had to fucking fly Frontier home for trying to have a pillow fight with another fucking 50-year-old in first class. What?
And that's when flight attendants go, yeah, nah, y'all gotta go. Apparently, they stopped boarding, the whole plane was delayed and escorted everybody off. Imagine missing your connection flight because Ja Rule unlocked a memory pack from 2002.
Airplane mode. Federal regulations prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight, use of Wi-Fi to make video or voice calls.
You know how mad he was? Imagine how mad Jeffrey was when that shit happened. Imagine how mad you would be as you had to walk up the jet bridge back into the motherfucking loading zone and figure out now how you are gonna get home, go get your new flight. Whether Delta's gonna rebook you or likely you're gonna get on Frontier. Nothing wrong with Frontier. I fly Frontier. I flew Frontier with T.I. and Tiny to the Super Bowl in Vegas a couple years ago. So celebrities get on Frontier. I flew Frontier with Diamond the Body. Y'all know from Batty. Shout out Diamond the Body from LA to Atlanta. What was that, last year or a year before last? Motherfuckers fly Frontier. Ain't nothing wrong with it, me personally. But you know, the public consensus definitely frowns upon it. And it's definitely something to go from first class in Delta, right? They want to go to Tulum tonight on Delta. To go from first class in Delta to any goddamn world on Frontier. That is crazy.
Ja Rule. S&D,
Hey, Ja Rule, man.
Show your face name on carry-on item.
This is his
Sure, our
seat.
rises are in the resting position.
Now here's where it gets spicy. Ja Rule hops on social media after the video goes viral, and instead of apologizing, he leans into it. He writes a caption on X and says, "I popped these punks by myself on a plane."
Let me read. Let me break this down. He said, I popped on these punks by myself on a plane. LMAO pussy ass niggas, I threw a pillow at your head because you soft. No, Yayo already said that about you before you posted this tweet. He said, this soft ass nigga threw a pillow at me. Now you, come on. Knock your hat off, all that shit was hilarious. You wasn't laughing though, you were taking shit serious. If you were laughing, this would be okay. It would make more sense. It would look better on your part. Instead, you were mad as fuck. You were bothered as a motherfucker. So, yeah, that kind of took away from the points that you would have scored in this particular situation, brother. Just being real. Let's look this up. Repercussions for fighting on plane USA. Let's take a look. Fighting on a plane in the United States of America leads to severe, immediate, and long-term consequences, including federal prosecution, massive fines, and permanent bans from flying. Under a zero-tolerance policy, the FAA can impose civil penalties up to $43,658 per violation, while the Department of Justice can pursue criminal charges, including up to 20 years in prison for interfering with crew members. Nobody wants to go through that. Nobody wants to go through that. Federal charges in prison, assaulting or intimidating crew or passengers is a federal offense. Nobody wants to take a Fed chance over Jeffrey, whose career has been over for 25 years almost. Your career has been irrelevant for a quarter fucking century. These kids that's out now, they don't even know you, nigga. Nobody's risking a Fed chance over Ja Rule. You're simply getting rage baited and trolled, and you got your ass rage baited off the plane. Ja Rule, you were literally tricked out of your spot. You know how people say, don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Ja Rule was literally tricked out of his spot, rage baited out of first class. This shit was masterful by Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda. Great promo rollout for the first episode of their new podcast, The Real Report also. Okay, it says, assaulting or intimidating crew or passengers is a federal offense, carrying penalties up to 20 years in prison or life if a dangerous weapon is involved. Massive fines, the FAA, of course, we read that. Law enforcement will like you meet the aircraft upon landing to remove passengers in handcuffs. No fly list. Major airlines can and do place passengers involved in altercations on permanent internal no-fly lists. You don't want to get permanently banned from Delta. Nobody's trying to give that up over Ja Rule. The FAA does not issue warnings for unruly behavior, opting directly for legal enforcement actions. See that? Get your pre-check revoked, get a lawsuit, etc. So yeah, that's nothing to play with. Nobody's risking that over Ja Rule, right? Eminem had a line on Bump Heads, great song. Tony Yayo did the ad-libs on that song. He didn't rap no verse on that song. He did, he did rap. He started, oh my God, man. That arguably is my favorite Yayo verse. But there's an Eminem line that I'm thinking about. This shit, listen, y'all see this? I forgot the lyrics. Eminem Bump Heads. This shit listening, cuz. That, come on. How crazy is that? People don't even know. The average person out there don't remember Bump Heads. This is a diss record. This wasn't no major record. It wasn't on the album, none of that shit. That's fucking crazy. Let's go. What did he say? Yeah, that ex had him thinking he was DMX and he switched to Pac. Now he want to be him next. Yeah, yeah, that's it. This is the line I wanted. But this I done seen a lot of people cross the line, but this motherfucker Ja must have lost his mind. That ex had him thinking he was DMX and he switched to Pac. Now he want to be him next. But this the point. This motherfucker Ja must have lost his mind. He must have lost his motherfucking mind.
Laughing my ass off. Pussy ass, I threw a pillow at Yayo head cause you soft. Knocked your hat all off, was hilarious. Then he makes another post and shares a message from TMZ. It says, hi, Ja, Jamie here from TMZ, reaching out for comment regarding a Delta flight you were on Sunday morning. Witnesses tell us from San Francisco to JFK where Ja Rule got into an argument with Tony Yayo on a flight. Ja was the aggressor and yelled profanity, saying he wanted to fight, then throwing a pillow at Tony Yayo. Crew stepped in and pulled both you guys off the plane for a bit. Yayo yelled back that planes are federal offenses territories and he did nothing wrong.
Yes. Sweet Yayo yelled back. Tony Yayo was sensible enough to understand I'm not catching a Fed case over Ja Rule. I'll just troll him and rage bait him, though. And Ja Rule, you were the stupid motherfucker that fell for the rage bait and got tricked out of your spot. You took the L here, like you have for the last quarter century.
Ja basically says, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I threw a pillow. And yeah, that was funny. He even joked about TMZ hitting him up saying witnesses claim he was loud and aggressive. Ja's response energy was basically, yep, and I do it again. No PR statement, no damage control, just straight petty nostalgia. Meanwhile, Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, they laughing, posting clips, cracking jokes, treating it like content. For them, it's yo, this is legendary. For Ja, it's I still don't like y'all. Two totally different mindsets. One side reliving beef and the other's monetizing it. Now this isn't just random. This is decades of unsolved tension popping up at the most unexpected place possible. Not the club, not the studio, not an award show, a plane, which just proves some rap beefs never expire.
And I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Years ago, I'm telling you, I come from a G-Unit family. My whole family, we love G-Unit. Tony Yayo had a mixtape he put out called Swammy's on Deck, right? And Swammy's a gun, for you to understand. And for people who don't know that slang. And me and my dad and my brother, we flew somewhere. I forget where the fuck we was going. We was on a plane. And this was around the time when Snakes on the Plane also came out. I'm tired of these goddamn snakes. It might have been after that, but whatever. We did a whole we did a whole fake mixtape on the plane. Me, my dad, and my brother called Swammy's on the Plane. Hilarious, man. Here's the thumbnail. Right? Let me know if y'all like the thumbnail in the comments too, by the way. So they've actually responded to this. Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, they responded to this. So let's see what their reactions are.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from New York City. Oh, it's the Real Report with another wild episode. And you know, what was last week? You know, Super Bowl weekend, All-Star weekend is coming.
This week,
you know, it was just this week that just passed. Mm-hmm. You know, he's on a plane. And,
had an interesting week. Man, we had an interesting flight.
Motherfuckers are throwing pillows.
Oh shit.
I don't even know why.
And that's called popping off nowadays.
Yo,
if you throw a pillow, that's called popping off.
Yo, but Murda.
I popped on both them niggas by throwing the complimentary Ghost Down pillow, first class Delta Murda. The fuck up, my nigga.
Tell him how when Ja threw the pillow, I see your bitch ass nigga, your pillow back, right? Remember I asked him?
Yeah, you asked him if he want the pillow. He said no.
I'm not going to sit.
Threw the pillow at him.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie and fabricate anything. You know, Murda started everything.
What?
You know, I try to de-escalate it. You know what I mean? Because I want it, like I said.
Let me explain something to y'all, man. Yayo, it's a Haitian nigga, man. I know he's the reason.
I love overseas, man. I love going to Turkey, Istanbul.
Yeah.
I love going to India. I love going to Australia. You know,
He loves going to Lumeria. You know, he loved going to Tasmania and eating Tasmanian devils. You know what I'm saying? He loved going to, you know, visit Moana. I heard he went out there with Moana one day. You know what I'm saying? And was kicking it with Moana. You know, took his kids out there. You know what I'm saying? We know Yayo, he travels different, you know?
I love going to Australia, the Gold Coast.
The guy kept saying what's up too much, like, hey, fellas. And he wasn't like aggressive. He was so calm with like, hey, what's up, fellas? Like, Hey, how you doing, fellas? And it was
I
like,
mean,
man,
yo, listen, for
get
me,
the fuck out of here, man. Why you talking to me, bro? That's why I just like, nigga, what the fuck you talking to? Like,
for me, I knew it wasn't gonna work out when we sat. You know, he sat right in front of us. I just knew it wasn't gonna work out, man. Shout to Delta Airlines for keeping the peace. You know, but I knew it wasn't gonna work out. I just knew. I knew it, man.
yeah, that was funny though. It was, you know, like I wanted to hit him. Ye said, chill, don't fuck up the flight. So once I realized I'm not gonna, you know, hit the little nigga, it was like, fuck it, let's just troll him. Yeah. That's why a nigga pulled out the camera and just started trolling him. Cause you know, nothing wasn't serious gonna happen with Ja Rule on the plane. So we were just having fun with this shit, man. It was actually funny. You know,
As long as we
it was good promotion
listen,
for the Real Report. We popping
shout
right
to the
now.
Real Report.
The Real Report.
We here.
Shout out to
We
the
here.
Valium. That was great promotion. What a way to start the podcast with a little bit of drama.
And
that
look,
was great.
and look, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, we on the Real Report show. It was actually funny, man. It was something that you could look back and laugh at. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I said it for the third time. Ja could have got on the plane, put his bags up there, not said nothing, throw his headphones on, and go watch one of them new good movies on Delta Airlines. Because they got the nice TVs and they got the good cookies on there.
They got some good
movies.
movies.
So
man.
I'm
Some
thinking
good
about
movies
my
out.
flights. For me, y'all, everybody's thinking about everything. Everybody knows me for smoked duck in Morocco.
Oh.
Y'all know me for, you know, the Swiss Alps eating bison.
Caviar
you know,
pancakes.
It's no more caviar pancakes. Cause that jet budget, 50 ain't paying that jet fuel. He ain't paying that much. 50 ain't paying that jet fuel. He ain't doing that, man. So we would have been 86th off all flights, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Nigga, it was some word in the crew said if I would have hit him, man, I would have been legit Lenny for real, like super, like it would have been crazy, man.
Yo, listen, that jet fuel. 50
I know, but you made me think about
that.
the flight. Yeah, it would have been a little crazy, man. I swear I wanted to so bad because the guy was acting.
Maybe one or two flights, but when you have your own shows, you definitely not taking the jet to, you know, Morocco.
I hear you on that one.
On his dime. That's definitely not happening, man. But yo, that's what went down, man. And you know, I'm over it.
Was fun.
Man. It was fun.
It was hilarious. It went viral. It was good. We just did TMZ a little while ago.
Right.
It was good. Everything was fun, man.
It's definitely, man. So
it was a good moment, man.
Ja
All over
Rule,
the blogs.
thank you for the promo, bro. Cause you really thank you for the promo. It was good promo.
We definitely didn't think the podcast was gonna start off with you, but what a way to start it off, man.
And shout to 50 Cent.
Great.
And that's how you know the podcast is going to be a success, because it's how 50 really got his jump start on his career, by beefing with Ja Rule. So, you know. But there's more. That was slight. This nigga went on Vlad. You know Vlad gonna ask the questions.
All right, here we go. We have the talk of New York, a.k.a. the talk of the airlines on Vlad TV now.
Shout to Delta Airlines, man, for real, man. Y'all don't even know how to start this. Real Report is out right now. Y'all check it out. Shout to the volume. Me and Uncle Murda podcast is out. And we just be going viral by a mistake, Vlad. I don't know. God just be working in mysterious ways. If you ever heard that before, but it's crazy, man.
Well, you called me yesterday to tell me there was a situation involving you, Ja Rule, and Uncle Murda on a flight, and shortly afterwards, the video started getting released.
Airplane mode. Federal regulations prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight, the use of Wi-Fi to make video or voice calls. Stow your tray table and carry on item. Ensure all armrests are in the resting position.
Suck ass Ja Rule on the plane. Trying to punch suck ass up, you fucking suck.
See, the reason why Ja Rule was so adamant about Let's Shake, it really doesn't matter to him if he gets placed on a no-fly list. He doesn't got shows. It doesn't matter to him if he get a federal case. He doesn't have anything going on. That nigga got nothing to lose at 50 years old. He got nothing to lose because 50 Cent already destroyed his career. It already happened, right? So let's shake. These niggas got shows all the time. They're on flights all the time. You see he got the Passport Gang trucker hat right now. He came out with that years ago because of how much traveling he's doing. right? So come on, my nigga. Niggas with shit to lose, you know what I'm saying? Move smarter. Ja Rule, he gonna crack. Niggas been destroyed him. See what I'm saying? Come on now, let's go.
Yeah, the video went out there. Murda was trolling them. Murda was recording them. It's a crazy story, man. I'll start from the beginning. We had a great Super Bowl weekend. Shout out to 50. Shout out to Branson Cognac. Shout out to the whole team, El Dorado, Chacho, Star. We out there, we mobbing. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Ja Rule's out there by himself. But we gonna fast forward to that. Shout out to Sauce Gardner. Took a picture with him. We backstage. We did an event with Draft Picks. Shout out to Draft Picks and TikTok. We only do exclusive shit when we go to Super Bowl because, we with 50. You know what I mean? So we did some crazy shit. All kind of stars was there. All football players, legends of all time. So our weekend was crazy. Then we did another big event. So we was running around, doing events. And we actually was leaving on Sunday. Because we wasn't going to the game, we wasn't going to the game. We was leaving on Sunday. So, it's me, Murda, Star, and it's my man Chach. You know what I mean? My man Chach, he did like 10 years workout. You know what I'm saying? So we never lacking wherever we go. We got people with us. That's how we move. So we get to the airport. Something was going on. Murda's ticket was fixed or whatever. It wasn't nothing. Ticket didn't come out the machine. He went to the gate, got his ticket. I don't want to say who told us, but somebody was like, Ja Rule's gonna be on our flight. So now I'm telling, I told Murda, I told Chach, I was like, yo, Ja Rule gonna be on a flight. We not ducking no smoke. I'm not missing a flight home for anybody. Murda's not missing a flight. Star, Chach, no. The people that was with us was not trying to hear, yo, we didn't even have a second thought. We just knew he was going to be on a plane, right? So me and Murda have first class tickets. Star has a first class ticket. My man Chach got a business, right? So the element of surprise was gone for us. Like there was no element of surprise. We knew he was going to be on a plane. So, we start boarding, of course. Shout out to Delta Airlines. We go to first class. We put our bags up. Now the plane is packing up now. Ja Rule must got a greeter. You know what I mean, Vlad? He got a greeter because he's by himself. He's vulnerable. All that bullshit he was talking is bullshit. He was vulnerable. He's by himself, right? We know
Which is a good point. For anybody out there that's caping for Ja Rule, I said in the comments on one video, I said, man, where are all you Ja Rule supporters for Firefest? That's my question. Anyway, Ja Rule's by himself. If they wanted to just jump him, he was at a complete disadvantage. Never mind that he's a dwarf. But it's two niggas, both of which have substantial size on him, let alone really three that's in first class, then a fourth that could come up out of business class. They could have done Ja Rule wrong if they wanted to, right? Of course, there would have been serious consequences behind that, but they could have. So nobody did not pop on Ja Rule out of fear, right? The nigga's a joke.
he's coming on the plane, right? We sitting in 4D, 4C. I'm on the side towards the door. Where you're gonna see whoever comes in the door first. Murda's on the side, on the opposite side, on that aisle, right? The plane is packing now. First class is packing. Now this is how weird this shit is. There's 2 seats left. There's one up front, and it's like one in front of us. I was like, yo, Murda, it'd be crazy. I tap Murda, I'd be like, it'd be crazy if he sit right here in front of us. Lo and behold, give it like 2 minutes. Boom, I see Ja. He see me. He spooked. He could tell TMZ, he could tell you, he could tell everybody he was spooked because he only seen me. When you see me, who do you see? You see 50 Cent, you see Uncle Murda, you see some gangster niggas around all the time that's on timing. Ja know that. He just got punched out of the concert. So it feel like the world is closing for him. So he see me, I see him. I'm not showing no weakness at all. You gotta remember, this is G-Unit. We been through the ringer, bro. We been going at it with not only him, but multiple street niggas, and not trying to glorify nothing street, we're just telling you the lifestyle. So look, he's right here. I see him, he see me. The stare down starts, boom. He goes to the side that's Murda's on. He come down the aisle. He's looking up, cause he's nervous. His seat is seat 3. We right behind him. We 4, C and D. You right behind Uncle Murda, right? So his first thing, when you nervous, he starts saying, yo, what's up? So, what up? Right? So now he got one bag, because sometimes this is what I hate about first class. Sometimes when you got the greeter, and you think, yo, I got a greeter, I'm good, you'll come to first class, and all the bag space will be taken up, because people from coach will just throw it in there. People will throw extra bags in there. So Ja, he had 2 bags.
These guys got to the gate earlier than Ja Rule did. Ja Rule must have been in the Delta Sky Lounge, right? And then he gets a greeter, meaning a Delta staff will go and greet him at the Delta Sky Lounge and walk him to the gate when it's time to board. But typically, the boarding process is already beginning after that. So people are already being let on the plane. So you're not getting the full advantage of boarding first with your first class ticket because you're coming all the way from the Sky Lounge and you got to have a personal greeter come and get you. So they didn't do that. They was already at the gate. So they hurried up and got on the plane first, right? That's what they're explaining, just so everybody understands.
So now you off point, because now you by yourself. You got 2 bags. You got 1 roller. It wasn't Louis Vuitton either. That shit was, it wasn't Goyard. It was some other shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing expensive. He had 1 blue bag. I don't know what the other bag was designed or not, but he ain't had no designer bag. I'm not trying to glorify that either. Just reminding you how much of a bum ass nigga this nigga is. So he's saying what's up, because it's full on the top of his shit. It's full. He put 1 bag in there. He couldn't fit 2 in there. Would have been gangster. His Murda shit was right behind you. You should have, if you was a gangster, you should have pulled Murda shit down and threw your bag in there. So Murda could have got up, because Murda started talking shit at that point. He walked by Murda, but Murda was saying shit like, yo, nigga, don't fucking come near me with that bag. He's saying shit, but he's not screaming because we on the plane, you know?
You know, and that grimy ass Brooklyn nigga, man, he was a little intimidating to that little motherfucking nigga from Hollis, man. I mean, we all know that, right? That's clear through the recount of this situation, but fuck me, because he said if Ja was a gangster. Fuck being a gangster, right? Just having situational awareness and, again, understanding the ramifications of a physical altercation on an airplane like Tony Yayo is emphasizing, understanding that, Ja should have been comfortable enough to understand, man, niggas ain't finna do nothing. You better come to kiss, yo, Murda, kiss my ass, nigga. Put my shit up, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Sitting down, watching the plane, man. What's up, man? Nigga want, you know what I'm saying? Nigga want assorted, what's that little bullshit, pretzels? Y'all niggas want some pretzels? Bitch ass nigga want some pretzels? Matter of fact, fuck you, Murda. Yeah, you from Queens, man. You from Queens too. Want some Queens shit? You want some? All right, cool. Fuck both of you. Suck my dick, both of you, nigga. He should have trolled back. Think about how legendary of a story that would have been. Instead, we get this shit. We get a shit show. You see how that worked?
Ja put his bag up. He put it up like near Star and shit. He put it up over there. Star, you know, he a cool nigga. He just put it, I don't even know if he knew Star was with us. He put it up over there and shit. So he going to sit back down. He said, he just asked us if we was good again. Then I ain't gonna lie, Murda got on his Brooklyn bullshit. He just was like, yo, homie, don't fucking talk to me. And then that's how, like,
Let me explain something to you about Uncle Murda, East New York, the pink houses, man. My first time ever in New York. My first time ever in New York. You know, it's New York City. I've been listening to New York artists my whole life. You know, G-Unit, all kind of more people. Uncle Murda, this is long before Murda is with G-Unit. Well, actually, he might have got with G-Unit around that time, but I was listening to Uncle Murda long before he was with G-Unit, back when he was rapping with French Montana, long before French Montana got with Max B, when Max was still with Jim, you know, etc. And, you know, I found out back then, 06, 07, about the Lewis Pink houses in East New York, in Brooklyn. very, very infamous reputation. And my first time in New York, I land at JFK. Did I land at JFK or LaGuardia? I can't even remember. I left out of JFK for sure. I think I landed in LaGuardia maybe. Either way, they both in Queens, whatever. Boom, hops in the taxi. I go to Howard and Chauncey in Brooklyn. That's Howard and Chauncey is Bed-Stuy. So I go to Howard and Chauncey, the event I'm at Howard and Chauncey. We kicking it, and then I just go to New York. It's a huge Israelite event. So it's all kind of people I know. So I didn't have no place to stay initially. I just went. I knew somebody was gonna house me. I didn't give a fuck. I just gotta get to New York, nigga. So I get to New York, boom. I'm near Howard and Chauncey. Nigga, and these niggas take me to an Airbnb on Staten Island somewhere. Dumbass Airbnb, but I'm like, bro, this ain't New York. I don't give a fuck. You got me in suburbia somewhere. This ain't the New York City I came to see. I came to see them fucking buildings and, subways and, bitches and big old rats and shit like that. Like, I'm not here to be in suburbia. I could have fucking stayed in California for this shit. So, boom, I'm like, nigga, I get on the subway. I get on a bus. I spend like $10 on the bus. The bus goes from Staten Island into Jersey, back into Manhattan. I take that shit Grand Central and get on a train. I forget which train I get on, but I get off early. Mind you, I'm going back to Howard and Chauncey. I get off early and I'm like stranded in front next to the pink houses for hours. Niggas supposed to pick me up. I was outside the pink house for like 2 hours. Niggas were looking at me like, man, they know, like, yeah, we never seen this. Who the fuck is this nigga? Luckily, praise the Lord, nothing happened. I called my ride. My ride said, man, you got the angels of the Lord with you. Don't even worry about it. They was right. But East New York, that place that Uncle Murda from, it's nothing to play with, man. Brooklyn bullshit up over there.
It initially started, and then it came to a point where I don't think Josh sat down. He was kind of nervous to sit down. He was nervous to sit down after Murda said that to him, like, yo, we good? Like, are we gonna be good on the flight? Because him and 50 was on the flight and his head didn't get punched off. But he was lucky, because I guarantee him and 50 wasn't like that close to each other. Because if he would have sat maybe 2 rows up or 2 seats up, I don't think nothing would have really happened. But he was so close that he had to fucking say something. So the nervous factor to me is he kept saying, yo, we good? He wasn't even saying it in an aggressive way. He was like, yo, we good, we good, we good. And I'm like, why is this? Murda's like, yo, why the fuck is you talking to us? So now that was loud. Murda, his voice carries. Shout out to Uncle Murda, Real Report. Y'all check us out, man. We got a whole bunch of shit going on. Shout out to Vlad TV. So he just started talking. And he was like, and Murda got up and was like, what's up? Murda working out now and shit, so he's on some other shit. He want to knock out a rapper and all that. So Murda want to knock him out. So I'm telling Murda, I'm like, I'm being a sensible one. I know it sound crazy, but I'm like, yo, Murda, you're going to get 86th off these flights. We fly to Dubai. No more smoked duck in Morocco, nigga. No more caviar pancakes in Paris, nigga. No more black sand in the Canary Islands, nigga. None of that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? No more Italy and Sardinia resorts or wherever the fuck we was at. I'm thinking about, damn, we gonna get 86th off this flight because John's so nervous and scared and off point because he by himself. That's number one. And number two is the element of surprise. That's how you know I'm not lying. It's the element of surprise. He didn't know we was on the plane. You know what I told y'all? We knew you was on the plane. And he was like, how'd you know that? From the what's the name shit? He's so stupid. We like, what's the name? Nah, we knew you was on the plane because it was spoken on before we came in there, motherfucker. Know what I'm saying? We knew we had to, come on, we got G-Unit fans. Motherfuckers roll up, man, fuck Ja Rule, man. We fuck with 50 and G-Unit. Know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga, man. Yo, that nigga on y'all flight. So, words exchanged, him and Murda about to get it on, right? So I'm like, yo, Murda, chill. Murda, you gonna get 86th off these flights, bro. No more Hawaii, no Dubai, no red light district, none of that. Yo, I'm like, yo, chill, because he's being the police. It's murder, it's murder.
It's what we call, y'all, a PC move. That's what Ja Rule did. A PC move. What is a PC move? It's a move to make it look like you're being aggressive, but it's actually to draw attention so the authorities will get involved and quell the situation before it escalates, right? PC move. That was a very articulate definition of a PC move, right? It comes from jail when people will act out so the correctional officers will come and take people into protective custody, protect them from a situation, but make it look like they were the aggressors. Classic PC move.
You making it hot. Everybody know when you on a plane, that shit is federal. I did Fed time, bro. That shit is the feds when they come. You heard? So he's making a scene to get off the plane. That's what happened. So I'm like, Murda, just chill. So I'm like, yo, Ja Rule, I know you nervous. Sit down, relax, man. You know, that nigga was, it's murder, man. I ain't shit. What are you talking about? So, you know, he started, I'm like, yo, sit down, relax, man. We know you scared. So he was getting tight because I'm relaxed. I'm like, so then I was like, yo, you on some police shit? This nigga was like, nah, your man the police. Who 50 ever told on, nigga? What, 50 had a problem with Preem? Let's get into that too, because
we have to talk about this because I'm going to tell you what's so hilarious. They've been trying to put a snitch jacket on 50 Cent for so long. And you know, many of y'all don't remember this. 50 Cent, of course, is in very favorable standings as it stands today. But as growing up as a kid in Southern California, when Game began to forward the narrative that 50 Cent was some type of snitch that he borrowed from Ja Rule and them, it had a lot of legs in Southern California because Game represented the only artist that Southern California had in a long time. He was the beginning of what's called the New West. The New West movement was like Game. A lot of y'all see Glasses Malone go viral for getting into it with Aiden Ross. It was like Game Glasses. Glasses had signed to Cash Money. Game Glasses, motherfucking Bishop Lamont. The New West is pretty much like Game to J-Rock. Like when J-Rock first had that song with Wayne, J-Rock's first single, Game to J-Rock, that's the New West. Right? Really, Game is really like, when you look at the New West, quote unquote, like really no real superstar was produced into that movement. That movement was a lot of hype. It was more hype than anything, for sure. And there was some good niggas that come up out of it, don't get it twisted. And some niggas who probably didn't get the opportunities that they were supposed to, X, Y, and Z. But the New West was more hype than anything else. It was that next generation of the West that really made the West, which was, I guess we'll say, starts with YG. It started with Tooted and Booted, right? So let's just take a look real quick, because I gotta Tooted and Booted. Song by YG. When was it released? 2010, right? So let's go J-Rock, Lil Wayne. (2011) Okay, I gotta put J-Rock in the West Coast resurgence. That's what I'll call that, de facto West Coast resurgence. So I'll say from Game, when did Game come out? 2003. Let's say the Game documentary. That had to be 03. Game came out 03. The documentary might have dropped 03, but I mean 05, but Game is like, I guess 04. We'll put a 03, 04. Yeah, so Game was kicking that BS and trying to forward that narrative. And again, it was based off of what John then was talking about. Totally unsubstantiated and unfounded. So where the narrative came from was a song that came out before 50 got major, which is a song called Ghetto Quran, where he changed the names of certain individuals, Queens gangsters, and kind of told the story about Prince and Preem and all of them. And then they're like, oh, you snitching because you said that. They act like any of those lyrics were used in court, like any of those lyrics were used in any investigation, like 50 Cent took a stand. None of that happened, right? And if we're using that standard, then all of these, then King Von, who's glorified for being a serial killer, then he's a snitch because he told about all kind of crimes and murders that he was a part of in song. All these niggas brag about their crimes in songs. It's incriminating, it's stupid, it's not snitching. Again, if we utilize that same standard, all of the new rappers are all snitches. Nobody's gonna say that, right? So that's where that whole narrative came from. Then they literally fabricated a police report that was debunked all the way back when the Beef DVDs came out, right? They tried to say 50 got an order of protection. Look, when that was researched, the badge number of the alleged officer that the report was filed with didn't even exist. That shit was fake. It's cap. Ja Rule and them been capping over a goddamn century, a quarter century now. All right? Bullshit. Let's go.
50 had a problem with Preem. Preem was a nigga that was a well-known street nigga. And because Preem is hot, 50 told on niggas? Nah. Y'all both was high profile. 50 was high profile at the time. High profile nigga, supposedly something happened to him or you sent a missile or a torpedo or hit at a nigga. What you think the feds is gonna be watching? Wrong or right, right? So who a nigga told on? Because when you really think about it, we was supposed to be down with Preem team. Think about it. We was fucking with Chaz. Preem made the wrong decision, roll the dice with Ja Rule, that shit backfired. That's what happened. It's not like niggas ain't have respect for these niggas, bro. I seen Black Just, I tell you, I seen Black Just bring Nas to 134 and God Brewer. I seen Preem being in the Volvo, my man almost scratched his car. You scratch his car, I hear a grown man saying we gonna run out the car, because it's not like the respect wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? The respect was there, it's just Preem made the wrong decision. Preem wanted to do movies, right? He wanted to do Black Gangster, right? Who you think 50 emulated that from, bro? Who you think? Come on, think about it. 50's fucking really crazy. Think about this. Why you think 50 bought Mike Tyson house?
No idea.
Who was Mike Tyson friends with?
Hamo?
There you go. Who he shouted out on the boxing shit?
Hamo?
See, this is shit I'm not supposed to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you because 50 ain't gonna do shit to me. That's my brother. But he's buying that shit because niggas idolize Mike Tyson and Hamo's the nigga that supposedly, we know, shot him, whatever, right? Think about it. It's always a method to 50 madness. When he bought fucking the playground in Baisley, why you think he did that? Because of Preem. So niggas gotta understand, Chaz was the nigga.
This shit is getting deep. And again, I'm such a G-Unit stand for a quarter century. I'm very familiar with the lore. Because you have to remember, 50 Cent bought the playground, bought the park in Baisley Projects. He's not from Baisley. These niggas are back block niggas in Queens. They don't come from the buildings. They don't come from the projects. We talking about Fifth, Yayo, right? And the G-Unit, kind of collective and nucleus are back block Queens niggas, not project Queens niggas. Understand? All right.
Nigga we looked up to, we was with Chaz. Rest in peace to Chaz. Rest in peace to K Slay. We was with Chaz. But after 50 got popped, the nigga went crazy. What would you do? So back to the plane story, man. Back to the plane story. I just want to break that down to you. Back to the plane story. So him and Murda's beefing. He's on some clown shit, making mad noise. What would have been gangster if he would have got on the plane and didn't say nothing to us? And he could have said, yo, we got on the plane and Murda them to sit behind me and ain't do nothing. Which I don't think we would have let rock. Somebody would have slapped him in the head in that 5 hours of time. It would have probably been me or Murda. Somebody was going to slap him in the head. Because, come on. He lucky Fifth wasn't on the plane because niggas would have been amped up because he there. Niggas would have threw that nigga through the fucking airport window. That shit. So I don't think he would have survived 5 hours getting slapped in the head. All the aggressive shit he talking about, I told that man, suck my dick. Suck my dick. The whole first class heard that shit. Business, coach, this nigga throws a pillow. Come on, John, you gotta do better. I threw a pillow at him because he's soft. You threw a pillow, that shit hit my shoulder, right? At this time, you doing so much shit, people is there already. When he threw the pillow, I had my seatbelt on. I ain't gonna front, Vlad. I played myself. You know, them seatbelts are sturdy. I tried to get up, and I fell back there. And I'm like, because you in the midst of the action, right? Murder's on this part of the hour. We're going to rap pack this nigga. We about to 86 our flights. It wasn't going to be no more Delta. It wasn't going to be no more Amsterdam. No more good bud in the red light district. None of that. Because Murder's over here. I'm on the other side of the aisle, right? So when he threw the pillow, I'm like, what's up, nigga? Like, because I told him suck my dick. He took all this police shit like niggas told. Niggas always try to come up with shit when it comes to us. Like, that nigga, them niggas are just pussy, and that's what it is. So he throws the pillow. I'm like, nigga, you throwing pillows now? Like, I'm thinking, when I say suck my dick, I'm thinking you gonna swing, spit, throw water. You could have did anything better than that, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was crazy. So like I said, I got up the seatbelt, got up. Murder right here, we got him cornered. So, you know, I ain't gonna front. Shout out to the stewardess there. He was a gay guy, you know. Nothing against gay people, but the way he shut it down was just, he was like, stop! So, you know, once they hit that button, once one person would have said something, he would have hit the button for the police, the feds to come on the plane. So, Ja was quiet, everybody was quiet. The funny shit is, Murder moved out the way on some Brooklyn shit. Like, Murder moved out the way. He started the whole shit, moves out the way. Now, they pressing me. Like, what's the problem? So, I'm like, I'm just quiet. I ain't saying shit. So they bring us to the front of the plane, and Ja's on this side, and they like, yo, y'all good to fly? I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Sat back in my seat. And this is how he's a bitch. This is what I'm going to tell you how Ja's a bitch. The pillow that he threw at me, I said to him, this word to my dead father. I'm like, yo, you want your pillow back? He like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I say, here you go anyway, bitch ass nigga. Threw his pillow right back to him. The same pillow he threw in my shit, threw it right back to him. Boom, he's sitting there. Now, mind you, before all this shit, he was texting. Like, nigga, if you land in JFK in Southside Jamaica, nigga, that plane gonna be surrounded, nigga. That nigga knew that. He took himself off the plane. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, it wasn't like, you know how it felt like, you know what's crazy? It felt like two bullies on the bus fucking with a nerd. That's how it felt like. And the funny shit is, bullying, I'm not condoning it because I'm not a bully, but he came on there nervous Thursday. He should have got on the plane, shut his fucking mouth, put his bags up there, and I would have said, you know what? That nigga Giles, he ain't soft as I thought. But when you saying what's up in a bitch-ass way manner, we know you nervous. Because it's the element of surprise. He was nervous, bro. Think about it. Me and Murder was like, he better not sit behind us. When the seats behind us was full, we like, all right, he ain't sitting behind us. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, man. People got to understand. Beef never dies. It just gets old. That's it.
Yeah, so there we had it. We heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Tony Yayo, let me know what y'all think about this situation in the comment section. It's your brother GRLA Hebrew. Make sure we liking, we subscribing, and make sure to tap in with me on all socials. GRLA Hebrew on everything except Twitch. Twitch is Chief GRLA, Chief GRLA. Log in, man. Praise the Lord. I'm gone.